And Pilate saith unto them, Behold the man. When the chief priests therefore and the officers saw him, they cried out, saying, Crucify him, crucify him. Pilate saith unto them, Take ye him and crucify him, for I find no fault in him. The Jews answered him, We have a law, and by our law he ought to die, because he made himself the Son of God. When Pilate therefore heard that saying, he was the more afraid. Now listen, it's really getting to Pilate now. He knows that this is a very serious situation. If you'll notice in his vocabulary before, he's really kind of laxed with all of it. Well, take you him and you judge him. Now he sees that there's something real serious going on. His wife's approached him. He's getting really nervous about this. What's going on? We need not suppose that Pilate was suddenly affected by the truth of Jewish monotheism. But he may readily have believed that the wondrous being before him was enshrouded in a mystery of supernatural portent that he could not fathom, and before which he trembled. It should seem that the Romans permitted judgments to the Jews according to their own laws, which the Roman governor was to see executed. Remember how they said, We have a law, and by our law he should die? Now Pilate perform it. Or else, seeing the rabble in such a heat and disorder, he feared some breaking out, into which the Roman Emperor Tiberius at that time, he was very willing to execute governors of his own if they didn't keep the peace. So Pilate goes again into the judgment hall and saith unto Jesus, Whence art thou? Now that's very moving. Where are you from? But Jesus gave him no answer. Then saith Pilate unto him, Speakest thou not unto me? Knowest not that I have the power to crucify thee, and have power to release thee? Jesus answered, Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that delivered me unto thee hath the greater sin. Now, he could have very well been talking about Caiaphas, the high priest, or just the Jews themselves, the Sanhedrin. And from henceforth Pilate sought to release him. But the Jews cried out, saying, If thou let this man go, thou art not Caesar's friend, Tiberius. Whosoever maketh himself a king speaketh against Caesar. The Roman Emperor, Tiberius, then on the throne, was exceedingly jealous and tyrannical, and the fear of losing his favor induced Pilate to deliver Jesus into their hands. This emperor was, during the latter part of his reign, the most cruel, jealous, and wicked that ever sat on the Roman throne.